So a few weeks ago, this happened. Yes, my mobile gaming friends, this awesome community reached 5,000 subscribers thanks to you guys sharing, liking, and commenting on these videos. So thank you so much for all the support over the past few years, where we've pushed out over 600 videos of new mobile games, and we have also posted over 100 mobile gaming roundups over on the Android gaming and on the iOS gaming subreddits. And as much as I love playing new mobile games and rambling about them here on YouTube and on Reddit, I simply would not have been able to find the motivation to keep up if it wasn't for you guys. So I really do owe it all to this community. So naturally, I also wanted to ask you guys when I had to figure out how to best celebrate this milestone. And your answer was pretty clear, I would say. A question and answers session. And I haven't done one of these Q&As before, so that suggestion actually really excited me as well. So I've got, I think, about 13 questions here from you guys that I'm actually really looking forward to dive into. So let's just get started with the first question here. So this first question is from Scrollbar, who asks, how do you personally draw a line between bad or good monetization, since everyone's mileage can be different? And that is such a great question. So Scrollbar, here is what I'll typically do. If we've got great monetization over here on the left side, and then we have bad monetization over here on the right side, what I like to do is I like to actually just grab the pencil tool over here in the sidebar of Photoshop, and then I like to just draw, and follow closely now, I like to draw from the top and then all the way, kind of going all the way to the bottom. And then just like that, we've now drawn the line, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the solution to mobile gaming monetization. But you're right though, Scrollbar, it is tricky to actually figure out when to draw the line. Typically, I draw the line for single-player games if they have a ton of advertisements without any in-app purchases to remove them, or if there's an actual paywall somewhere. And in multiplayer games, I tend to draw the line if there are items that can only be acquired through in-app purchases. That's a pretty clear sign that the game is most likely trash. It gets more tricky though when we start talking about games where, yes, there are in-app purchases, but everything can also be grinded. And in those cases, I tend to be okay with it if I don't personally feel the impact of the players who did buy in-app purchases in my own gameplay experience. So basically, if I don't see any of the players that have actually spent real-life money on the game, then I tend to be okay with that. So, next question. Play with Reaper asks, what is the most memorable game and scene that you will never forget? So, I would say after playing over 600 mobile games, there are lots that I look back to with fond memories. But if I had to pick just one, just a single one that really stood out, and especially at the time when I played it, it would have to be Data Wing. And this was a tricky one because there's a ton of amazing games out there, but Data Wing is still the first game that popped into my mind when I read aloud this question. So yeah, I guess I'll have to go with Data Wing. An amazing game, by the way. If you haven't played it yet, definitely be sure to do so. Let me know what you guys find to be your own most memorable games though in the comment section down below, because I love getting new mobile gaming recommendations, so I'd love to hear from you guys. So next up is Vic T-E-H, lots of H's, and let's see what you've got for us today. The question is, from where do you get your games to test? I mean, when you look in the Play Store, there are only bad recommendations. Well, my secret sources, and hold on now, Android gaming, iOS gaming, Google Play, and then just a range of different mobile gaming news websites. And most of all of you fine folk. Yes, I actually get most of my recommendations these days from everyone here in the community, both on YouTube and on Reddit, and I really appreciate that, so please keep those coming. I do agree, by the way, that it's really difficult to find actual great games on Google Play and on the App Store, but that's exactly why I set out initially to do what I do here on the channel. I want to help surface amazing games and warn about all the trash games that are being hyped all too much by huge marketing budgets. That's also why I'm launching an Android app. Sadly, it'll have to be Android only to begin with. We don't have the development budgets to make the iOS version right from the start, but we are making an app where we will surface amazing mobile games, and we will write reviews, we will do videos, we will grab custom screenshots of them, so you're not getting those overhyped promotional screenshots, you're getting actual screenshots of the games, and that will release on Google Play later this year. There's a link in the description box down below if you want to sign up for the newsletter to be notified when we release that. So, next question is from TCT, who actually has two questions, I guess. First is, do you keep any of the games to play in your free time? And the second one is, do you spend money during testing, even if the games are free to play? And I actually very rarely spend money on a game before I record a video of it, but I will support especially indie developers by buying one of the in-app purchases after I'm done recording from time to time if I really like the game. So I don't tend to spend any money at all on larger games, which might surprise some of you, and that can either be because I know that I'll end up spending a lot of money if I do start spending money on it, and I don't want to get to that place, I don't want to get addicted like that to those types of games, or it's because there simply is no need to spend money on anything to still have fun with the game. And those are the types of games, of course, that I really love talking about here on the channel as well. And as for whether or not I keep any of the games that I've played installed, yes, I do that, but do I actually get to play them in my free time? Well, not really, sadly, because I barely have any free time. Any time that I have apart from work, I like to spend on finding new games instead to share here on YouTube and over on Reddit. If you are interested in hearing what some of my overall favorite mobile games have been though, be sure to have a look at my 100th celebration post over on the Android gaming subreddit. I've got a lot of games in there. I think I included 100 games actually in that 100th episode. I will leave a link in the description box down below for that list if you want to check it out for yourselves. Alright, next up is one of the most important questions I have ever been asked. So listen carefully here. It's by Reddit user RimN, who asks, would a mermaid get pregnant like a human and have a live birth, or would they lay eggs like a fish does? And this is actually an easy one because Futurama already answered this question. They lay eggs. Just watch the episode called The Deep South, and I have nothing else to add to that answer. Next question is by Lou Vane, I think that's how you pronounce it, who asks, how many hours do you spend on average per game to actually determine if you fully grasped it? And this is one of those questions that actually tend to pop up over and over again, especially over on Reddit. And the answer is that it depends a lot on the game. A small indie game or casual game I might play for only 30 minutes or so, whereas a huge MMORPG like Rangers of Oblivion, for example, might require hours of playtime before I can do any sort of meaningful video on it. And for the next question, would you look at this, TCT is back with not one, but actually 2 new questions. And the first one is which device I use to capture my gameplay on and how I capture the footage. And the answer to that is that I currently rock a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and I use MobiSend for Samsung, but I am considering upgrading it to the OnePlus 7 Pro though, as MobiSend for Samsung has been forced, sadly, to remove the ability to record internal audio, which would kind of suck because then there would be no game audio in any of my videos. For some reason, they had to do that, so who knows? I might be able to do some sort of review of the OnePlus 7 Pro very soon as well. Time will tell. And the other question is your hair as magnificent as Thor's from the Avengers? And to that, I can only honestly say that yes, it is. I think it comes with the name. Face reveal, nope, not for now. Maybe 10K, maybe 100K. I think I'm gonna go for 100K subscribers just to be sure. Maybe there's gonna be a face reveal at that point. Anyway, for the next question, actually for the last 2 questions, they are from Scrollbar again, and his questions are, looking at your playlist, there's not a lot of gacha games, but of those you have already tried, which one or which ones do you feel is most acceptable or more acceptable than the rest of them? And of the Hero Collection gacha games out there that I've played so far, I really enjoyed AFK Arena, which is an idle gacha game, but it's a really well-made one. If you're not into idle games though, I also really did enjoy Storica Sunset and Onmyoji. Of course, I've done videos on both of those games. You can find them right here on the channel. Both of them are great games and both have monetization that is much more fair than the vast majority of gacha Hero Collection games out there. And then for the next question, what games do you play recently? My answer would have to be Hooked Inc. Fisher Tycoon. I am really hooked on that game, as Penguin would say. And then AFK Arena, just because they can be played as idle games, which is honestly perfect for my very busy schedule. But apart from those, Armajet, Bullet League, Golf Blitz, they've all really caught my attention as well, and I'm really enjoying all of them. So that was it for the Q&A. How did we do, guys? Was that okay for a first Q&A? I hope it was. Let me know if you'd like me to do more of these in the future. I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the questions, that is, and I enjoyed doing the video, and I would love to do more of them if you guys have more questions in the future as well. Now, if you watched this far, please do me a favor and throw a comment in the comment section down below where you use the word jack, like the headphone jack that is missing, by the way, on the OnePlus 7 Pro and many other new smartphones. That's a rant for another day. And in that way, I will know that you've watched till the very end of this video because I really appreciate that. And YouTube does as well. All YouTube cares about is watch time. So by watching my videos, even if you just let them play in the background, you actually help my channel a lot. You support me more than in any other way that you can support me, even more than supporting me financially, which there's no way to do at the moment, and I don't plan for that to be in the immediate future. But just watching the videos till the end is a huge help. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. And with that said, I think that's a great way of wrapping up the video. Let's stop the rambling for now. I appreciate you guys. I love reading all the kind comments you leave every day, by the way. They mean a ton to me, and I can't wait to see us reach the next big milestone at, I guess that would be 10K subscribers. We're already on our way there. I think we're pretty close to 5,200 subscribers already. So say it with me now, one last time for this week at least. Until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.